still your mathematics teacher, JS2, Dogamo Reserve. The other time we were discussing polygons, types of polygons. We mentioned different types of polygons, regular and irregular polygons. We mentioned polygons with different number of sides. We mentioned triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, and etc. Depending on the number of sides. So today we're going to talk about the angles in the named polygon. We are going to see how to get the angles in the named polygon. So at the end of this class, you might be able to say the angles that a polygon has, whether it is interior or exterior angle, determine the sum of interior angles of a named polygon. You can also be able to determine the size of each angle of a named polygon. Finally, you will also be able to determine the sum of interior angles in a given polygon. So just like we told you before, we are handling angles in a polygon. So in a given polygon, we have two types of angles in that polygon. We have the interior. Interior means internal, inside. Then we have the exterior angles of a polygon. For instance, to illustrate, using a triangle as an example, assuming we have a triangle like this, the interior angles of this triangle are these angles, interior. The interior angle, assuming this is triangle A, triangle B, triangle C. These are called the interior angles. The exterior angle of this polygon will be extended vertex from this angle. The exterior angle will be this one, formed from a straight line. So this is the angle that is exterior angle. And for us to get the exterior angle, you remember, angle in a straight line is equal to 180. So for us to get this C inside here, we have 180 minus C will give us the value of this angle. Assuming we call this 180 minus C is going to give us X. The same thing happens if we have an angle like extended here, assuming that this is Y. For us to get Y, it will be 180 minus B, that is equal to Y. Assuming we also have something like this, this is angle Z. For us to get angle Z, we have 180 minus A will give us angle Z. So from here now, to illustrate what we just told you, when we talk about exterior angles in this illustration, exterior angles are X, Y, and Z. These are the exterior angles. Angles are the outside. X, Y, and Z are called the exterior angles. Now the interior angles, inside interior angles here are angle A, angle B, and angle C. These are called the interior angles. So we are going to start with the first one we mentioned, the sum of the interior angles in a polygon. And for us to do that, to find the sum of interior angles in a given polygon, we are going to use a particular formula, a named formula, to solve it. The formula is the sum of angles in an interior polygon is given sum of angles in interior polygon, interior angles of a polygon, sum of angles is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180, where n is equal to number of sides. Number of sides. So just like we did before, if you remember when we mentioned types of polygon, we say that polygon with 3 sides is called a triangle. Polygon with 4 sides is called a quadrangle or quadrilateral. polygon with 5 sides is called pentagon. So, for instance, if we use triangle, for instance, the question say find the sum of angles in a given polygon with 3 sides. Or the question may come like this: find the sum of interior angles in a given octagon. They can just mention it like this. So when you are doing something like this, just use the relation we introduced. To solve this one, find the sum of interior angle in a given polygon with 3 sides. That means the number of sides has been given to us as 3. So we say sum of angles is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180. So in this case, the number of angles here is number of sides is equal to 3. So we say this is equal to 3 minus 2 multiplied by 180. So 3 minus 2 is what? 1. And this is 1 times 180, which is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, the sum of the interior angles of that given polygon with 3 sides is equal to 180. And if you look at the polygon, it is a triangle. Now, for us to look at the sum of interior angles in a given octagon, octagon is you refer back to the last class we did. Octagon is a polygon with 8 sides. So for us to solve, the sum of angles in an octagon will be given as the same formula, n minus 2 multiplied by 180. So where the number of sides is equal to 8, because it's octagon, equal to 8 minus 2 multiplied by 180. So 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 multiplied by 180. So you get your calculator, multiply 6 by 180. So 6 times 180 will give us 1080. This is equal to 1080. That is sum of angles in a given octagon. So that's how to find it. Now another exercise that will help us again. The questions might come in this way. Another question that will help us to drive home what we have just learned. Always remember the sum of interior angles in a given polygon, n minus 2 multiplied by 1. This is general formula where n is equal to the number of sides. So a question might come like this and say, find the sum of the interior angles of a regular polygon. Find the sum of interior angles of a regular polygon. With you say 10 sides. This is if you don't want to mention the name of the polygon. Or find the sum of angles of a regular. If they don't say with this, they say a regular polygon. They may just say hexagon. Find the sum of interior angles in a regular hexagon. They might just ask the question like this. Or they might just ask you this question like, find the sum of angles in a regular polygon with 7 sides. They might say up to 4, they might say 14 sides. For you to find the sum of angles in the given number of in a polygon with a given number of sides, in this case you always apply the relation I gave you at the beginning, and for us to solve this to help us, you say that if for this case now n is equal to 10, and when we want to solve for the first one, let us solve the first one where n is equal to 10. We have sum of angles, sum of interior angles is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180. If n is equal to 10, therefore we have 10 minus 2 multiplied by 180. So 10 minus 2 is equal to 8 times 180. So if you check with your calculator, 8 times 180 will give us times 8. Will give us 1440 is equal to 1440 degrees. This is some of angles in a given polygon with 10 sides. That polygon with 10 sides is called decagon, if you remember. This is a decagon. Then a polygon, the second one, the second question, find the sum of interior angles in a given hexagon. In this case, we say sum of angles is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180. In a hexagon, you know that hexagon is a polygon with 6 sides. A polygon with a number of 6 sides is called a hexagon, 6 sides. So this one, 6 sides. So to solve this one, we have n, where n is equal to 6, we have 6 minus 2 multiplied by 1. 6 minus 2 is 4 times 180. So when we multiply 4 times 180, we get 720. This is 720 degrees. That is the sum of angles in that this thing. Then you solve for the sum of angles in a polygon with 7 sides. With 7 sides, this is question number 3. We have n minus 2 times 180. Therefore, when we solve now, we have, where n is equal to 7, we have 7 minus 2 multiplied by 180. This is equal to 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 times 180 will give us, 5 times 180 will give us 900. So this is 900 degrees. So the sum of angles in a given polygon with 7 sides is 900 degrees, and the polygon with 7 sides is called heptagon. Heptagon. So the last one, but not the least, to find the sum of angles, this is question number 4. Question number 4. To find the sum of angles in a given polygon of 14 sides is n minus 2 as usual is equal, times 180. So when we substitute, n is equal to 14. So we have 14 minus 2 multiplied by 180. And if you check, 14 minus 2 will give us 12. So this is 12 times 180. And when we multiply 180 by 12, it will give us 2160 degrees. Answer. That is the sum of angles in a given polygon with 14 sides. And the other day I told you polygon with 14 sides is called tetrachidecagon. Tetrachidecagon. That's the name of this one. Tetrachidecagon. Tetrachidecagon. That is a polygon with 14 sides. So you are going to solve, you are going to be seeing questions like this. When they may not even say a regular polygon, we just go straight to the number of sides. When they give you something like this, you solve like this and get the sum of the side. Now, another part of the solution is let us determine the size of each of the angles in a given polygon. Size of each. This one we just solved now gives us the sum of the whole angles. A question may come like this. This one is from the junior school certificate exam. You just copy the question from there. The question says, you're going to say, given that, let's look at the question. Okay, to find the size of each angle. We are finished with some of the angles. So to find the sum of each angle, we use the formula before we take the question. We use the formula n minus 2 multiplied by 180 all over n. You can use this formula, you can use any other formula. So if you are using this, question now says, given that a quadrilateral has angles 113 degrees, 51 degrees, 82 degrees, and x degrees. Full stop. The question says, find the value of x. So this one, we are not just going to apply this formula first to solve it, because they give us a letter that is not a figure. And maybe they just give us the sum of angle and ask us to find the size of one angle. We use this formula. So, but this kind of thing is related to this question. So for us to solve, they say it is a quadrilateral. That means it has 4 sides. And in a quadrilateral that has 4 sides, the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is equal to 360. A given quadrilateral will contain sum of angles equal to 360. But if you are not sure, you just say, since they mention quadrilateral, you say n minus 2 times 180. Then 4 minus 2 times 180. So that 4 minus 2 is what? 2 times 180. And 2 times 180 is equal to 360 degrees. This will tell you the sum of the angles in this quadrilateral. You know what you are going to. Then to solve for this, to find x, we now say 113 degrees plus 51 degrees plus 82 degrees plus x degrees. Everything is equal to 360 degrees. For us to find x, we are going to add the numbers separately and add the letters separately. So we have 113 plus 51 plus 82 plus x. So if you add this one, it will give you 246 degrees plus x is equal to 360 degrees. So we make x the subject of formula. If we make x subject of formula in this case, we have that x will be equal to 360 degrees minus 246 degrees. So if you subtract 246 from 360, it will give you 114. So that x degree will be equal to 114 degrees. Answer. That's how to solve this one. You know that this one is a two-way question. First of all, you find it will take you time to calculate the number of sides. If you know the number of sides, the sum of angles in a given number of sides, like this, and then before you solve. Then another question that runs like this, also from that past question, they gave us just related to this one. They said the question says a regular pentagon has the angles 3x degrees plus 4x degrees plus 2x degrees plus x degrees plus 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5x degrees. A regular polygon has the angles, this one, full stop. They say find the sum of angles in the pentagon, hence find the size of x, hence find the size of x degrees, full stop. That's what they ask. So in this case now, we are going to find the size of x. We are going to find the size of x. But before we do that, we are going to calculate the sum of angles in a given pentagon. And for us to do that, just like we are solving before, we solve a given pentagon. We say n minus 2 multiplied by 180. And they say pentagon. A pentagon has 5 sides. So n here will be equal to 5. So we have 5 minus 2 multiplied by 180. So that 5 minus 2 is 3 times 180. And 3 times 180 from my calculation will be 540. 180 times 3 will be 540. So first of all, the sum of angles in that pentagon is 540. Then, for us to find the size of x, we have 3x plus 4x plus 5 plus 2x plus x plus 5x is equal to 540 degrees. So we add up 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 2 is 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 5. So we have 15x is equal to 540 degrees. Then x is equal to 540 all over 15. So when we divide this, divided by 15, we are going to get x is equal to 36 degrees. So 36 degrees, the size of x is 36. Then the size of angle that is 2x will be 2 times 36, will give us 36 times 2 will give us 72 degrees. It is just the size of each one multiplied by x. It will give you that one. Then the one I want you to use as your exercise at home, the one I want to use as exercise at home is the question runs like this because of our time. The question runs like this: x degrees, 2x degrees, x degrees, and 2x degrees. Find the sum of angles in a regular polygon, then full stop. Then the second question I say find the size of each angle. Find the size of each angle. So in this one, you are going to calculate the sum of angles in a regular octagon just using the same formula, after which you now calculate the way we did using the sum of angles and find the value of x, after which You now check what is the size of this angle that has 7x, what is the size of this angle that has 6x, what is the size of angle that has 5x, etc, etc. So, well, for the sake of time, we're going to be stopping here. But for your information again, the sum of exterior angles in a polygon will be given as 360. The size of each angle of exterior angle is equal to 360 over n, where n is the number of sides. We are going to continue from there in our next class. Thank you for listening.